In Buddhist thought, time is not something that controls us, but something that can be understood and accepted. Many people think of time as a straight line, moving from the past to the future. We often feel pushed by time, like there is always something to do, somewhere to go, or something we might miss. However, Buddhism teaches us to see time in a different way. Time is not only about the clock or the calendar. It is also about how we experience each moment in our life. When we look at time from a Buddhist perspective, we see that the present moment is the only real moment we have. The past is a memory, and the future is just a thought or a hope. The present is where life actually happens. This understanding can bring us peace, because we no longer have to worry so much about things we cannot change, like our past mistakes, or things we cannot know, like the future. In my many years as a monk, I have learned that time is like a river. It keeps moving, but we can choose how we stand in the water. If we try to stop the river, we become tired and frustrated. But if we learn to stand calmly, we can enjoy the coolness of the water and the sound of the flow. In this way, time is not our enemy or something to fight against. It is simply a part of our life. By understanding time in this way, we can start to feel more peaceful and less worried about the rush of daily life. We can give ourselves permission to slow down, to notice the small details, and to truly experience our own lives as they are happening. Many people in today's world feel like they are always running after time. We often say things like, "I don't have enough time," or "Time is running out." But why do we feel this way? One reason is that our lives are full of activities and responsibilities. There are always things we feel we must do: work, family, and many other tasks. We often compare ourselves to others, thinking we should be doing more, or that we are falling behind. This feeling of chasing time is not new, but it seems stronger now because of the world we live in. Technology connects us to everything, everywhere, all the time. Our phones and computers remind us of messages, appointments, and deadlines. It can feel like there is no break, even when we are alone. We start to believe that we must always be busy, always achieving, always moving forward. This can make us anxious and tired. From a Buddhist viewpoint, this constant rush comes from our own minds. We want to control time, but time cannot be controlled. We think we will find happiness if we can do everything or if we can finish all our tasks. But true happiness does not come from doing more. It comes from understanding what is truly important to us. If we are always chasing time, we forget to enjoy the simple moments of life. As a monk, I have seen many people who feel empty even when they are busy. They have achieved much, but still feel like something is missing. The truth is, when we stop chasing time, we can start to see what really matters. We can begin to appreciate each day, instead of always worrying about the next. Many of us spend a lot of time thinking about the past or worrying about the future. We remember things that happened years ago, both good and bad. Sometimes we feel regret for mistakes we made or sadness for things we lost. Other times, we dream about the future and hope for better days, or we worry about what could go wrong. These thoughts can become a big part of our lives. However, Buddhism teaches that the past and the future are only ideas in our minds. They are not real in the way that this moment is real. The past is made up of memories. These memories can change over time. We sometimes remember things differently, or we forget important details. The future is not here yet. It is made up of our hopes, plans, and fears, but it has not happened. When we focus too much on the past or future, we can lose touch with our real life, which is happening right now. The Buddha taught that suffering comes when we are attached to what has already happened, or when we worry too much about what has not yet come. If we keep replaying old stories in our heads, we may feel trapped. If we are always anxious about tomorrow, we miss the joy of today. By seeing that the past and future are illusions, we can free ourselves from many worries. This does not mean we forget everything or stop planning for tomorrow, but it means we do not let these thoughts control us. When we understand that only the present is truly real, we can live with more peace and less regret or fear. We become less controlled by our old stories and future worries, and more open to life as it is. Living fully in the present moment is one of the most important lessons I have learned as a monk. In our daily lives, it is very easy to become distracted. We often do many things at the same time. For example, we eat while looking at our phones, or we talk to someone while thinking about our next task. In these moments, we are not truly present. We are not really experiencing what is happening right now. When we bring our attention back to the present, something changes inside us. We begin to notice small things we did not see before, like the taste of our food, the sound of birds, or the smile of a friend. Even simple things can become special when we pay attention to them. It is not always easy to stay in the present, especially when we are busy or stressed. But every time we return to the present moment, we give ourselves a chance to feel calm and clear. Sometimes people think they need to do something special to enjoy the present moment. But that is not true. Just by being here, right now, we can find peace. We do not have to change our lives or travel somewhere new. The present moment is always available, wherever we are and whatever we are doing. When we live fully in the present, we become more patient and gentle with ourselves and others. We do not rush as much, and we start to understand what really makes us happy. We can let go of regrets about the past and worries about the future, even if just for a short time. In this way, life becomes richer and more meaningful, one moment at a time. Our thoughts have a strong effect on how we experience time. Sometimes, an hour feels like it passes very quickly, and other times, a few minutes can feel very long. This difference does not come from the clock. It comes from our own minds and how we think about what is happening. When we are worried or waiting for something, time can seem to slow down. For example, if you are waiting for important news, each minute can feel endless. On the other hand, when you are enjoying yourself with friends or family, you might be surprised at how fast the time goes. Our thoughts make these moments feel different, even though the amount of time is the same. In Buddhism, we learn to notice the way our mind creates these feelings about time. If our thoughts are full of stress, time feels heavy. If our mind is at ease, time feels lighter. We can see that time is not always the problem. Often, it is how we think about it. It is easy to believe that we have no control over time, but we can always change how we relate to it. If we find ourselves thinking, "I do not have enough time," we can pause and ask ourselves what is really true. Are we putting too much pressure on ourselves? Are we filling our day with things that are not important to us? By looking at our thoughts honestly, we can begin to shape our experience of time in a more peaceful way. When we understand this, we can give ourselves more space to breathe and to enjoy the moments we have instead of feeling trapped by the passing of hours. We can make time feel like a friend instead of something we are always fighting against. Patience is a very important quality in the life of a monk. In today's world, many people want things to happen quickly. We expect fast answers, fast food, and fast results. But as a monk, I have learned that some of the most valuable things in life take time. Patience is not just about waiting. It is about how we wait and how we use our time while we wait. In the monastery, every day is simple and calm. We wake up early, follow a schedule, and do our tasks quietly. Sometimes the work can feel slow or repetitive. It is easy to become bored or want something exciting to happen, but with patience, we learn to find meaning in each small action. Washing dishes, sweeping the floor, or sitting in silence can all become special when we do them with care and attention. Patience also helps us when things do not go as we plan. In life, there are many times when we have to wait, perhaps for someone to forgive us, for our health to improve, or for a problem to be solved. If we become angry or restless, we only make ourselves suffer more. But when we accept that everything has its own time, we can relax and trust that things will change. As I have grown older, I see that patience brings a deep sense of peace. It teaches us that we do not need to hurry or force things to happen. Life has its own pace, like the seasons changing or a tree growing. When we are patient, we can enjoy life as it comes, and we do not waste our energy on worry or frustration. In this way, patience is a quiet strength that supports us every day. One of the most important teachings in Buddhism is that everything changes. Nothing in life stays the same forever. People grow older, seasons change, and even our feelings and thoughts are always moving. This is called impermanence. Sometimes we do not like this idea. We want to hold on to good moments and avoid bad ones. But in truth, change is a natural part of life. When we learn to accept that everything is always changing, we can feel more free. We do not have to fight against life or feel upset when things do not stay the way we want. Many people feel pain because they try to hold on to things that cannot last. This could be a relationship, a job, or even a feeling of happiness. But when we let go of this need to control everything, we can experience more peace. In the monastery, I have watched the trees outside my window lose their leaves in autumn and bloom again in spring. The weather changes, and so do the people around me. Even my own body changes as I get older. By seeing these changes with open eyes, I learn that nothing is permanent, not sadness, not joy, not even the troubles that sometimes visit us. Understanding impermanence can help us live more gently. We become less afraid of the future because we know that difficult times will also pass. We also value the good times more because we know they are precious and will not last forever. Instead of feeling worried about change, we can welcome it as a teacher. Every change is a chance to grow, to learn, and to discover new things about ourselves and the world. When we embrace change and impermanence, we can live with a lighter heart, enjoying each day for what it brings. In today's world, many people feel life is moving too fast. There are always things to do, messages to answer, and new information to keep up with. It can feel hard to find any quiet time or space just to be ourselves. Sometimes this busy lifestyle makes us feel tired, stressed, or even lost. As a monk, I have seen how important it is to find balance, even when life feels busy. Balance does not mean we must leave our jobs or families, or live in a quiet place far away. Instead, it means choosing to give time and care to what matters most to us. We can make small changes in our daily lives that help us feel more centered. For example, we can choose to focus on one thing at a time instead of trying to do many things at once. We can give ourselves short breaks during the day to breathe or simply sit quietly. Even a few moments of stillness can help us feel calmer and more clear. At home, we can create small routines, like having a peaceful cup of tea or enjoying a walk without our phones. These little habits can give us a sense of balance, no matter how busy life gets. Balance also means knowing our own limits. It is okay to say no to things that make us too tired or stressed. When we listen to our bodies and hearts, we can make better choices for ourselves and for others. By making room for rest and for what we truly love, we can enjoy life more deeply. In a fast-paced world, balance is not always easy, but it is possible. With simple actions and kind choices, we can create a life that feels steady and whole, even in the middle of all the busyness. Many people want to feel more peaceful and less rushed in their daily lives. Building a calmer relationship with time is not something that happens overnight, but there are simple steps we can take to move in that direction. The first step is to notice how we talk and think about time. If we always say, "I don't have enough time," or "I am too busy," we can start to feel trapped. By changing our words, even a little, we can change how we feel. Try saying, "I have time for what is important today," or "I will do my best, and that is enough." Another helpful step is to set aside a few moments each day to pause. It could be as simple as taking 3 deep breaths before starting a new task, or spending 5 minutes sitting quietly in the morning or evening. These small pauses can help us feel more in control and less like we are being pushed by the clock. It also helps to choose what really matters to us. We do not have to do everything or be everywhere. Making a simple list of what is most important can help us use our time better. We can give more attention to these things and let go of things that are not truly necessary. Finally, it is good to remember that everyone feels busy sometimes. We do not have to be perfect or finish everything at once. Being gentle with ourselves and allowing time for rest makes a big difference. Even in a busy world, we can create small moments of calm. Over time, these moments can grow, and we can begin to feel a deeper sense of peace with time itself. As we come to the end of these reflections, I hope these words about time have brought you some comfort and gentle understanding. Time is something we all share, no matter where we live or what our lives are like. Sometimes it feels fast and difficult. Other times it feels quiet and peaceful. Through everything, we are always learning and changing, step by step. If you feel busy or worried about time, please remember that it is natural. We are all doing our best each day. Even small moments of awareness and calm can help us feel more peaceful. It is not about being perfect or always having control, but about being kind to ourselves and finding meaning in each day. Every moment is a chance to begin again, to let go of old worries, and to enjoy the life that is here right now. I am deeply grateful for everyone who has watched this video and shared in these thoughts with me. Your support, through your likes, subscriptions, comments, super thanks, and membership, means a great deal. Knowing that these messages may bring a little peace or encouragement to your day is truly meaningful for me. Thank you for taking the time to listen and for being a part of this community. If any of these ideas have touched your heart, I am happy to know that we can walk this path together, even across great distances. May your days be filled with gentle moments and quiet joy, and may you find your own way of living peacefully with time. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart, for spending these moments together.